Welcome back to my channel. What's that, Angie? Starbucks. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today filming this fitness foodie Q&A video to get some of your questions answered. I'm really hoping that this is not going to be a long video, like a 20-minute long video. I'm really hoping it's not going to be because I don't know who has the time, but like, you know what I'm saying? But I have a feeling that it might be because I sent out the message to you guys to Snapchat me your questions, to Twitter me your questions, and to Facebook me your questions. And I got a few good ones so far, and there's a couple been coming in today that I'm just checking my phone because, you know, I forget the questions. So I'm really hoping this is not going to be too long of a video, but with that said, I'm going to get right ahead and get into the video and get started, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Here we go. So I'm sitting down today and I have my water bottle here and I'm probably going to end up making some tea during this video. Question 1, how do you keep motivated with your workouts? So I have a couple of different ways that I personally like to keep motivated with my workouts. One of the ways is that I have a calendar. And on the calendar I schedule in the days that I'm going to be working out, and then every day that I do work out I give myself a big red tick. So it's a psychological thing for me. It's like a reward thing. It's like a reward center thing, so that every time I do my workout, I know I'm going to get that tick. And also another way that I keep motivated is I think about my goals. I think about how far I've come, where I was before, and where I'm going now. So that's one way that it just helps me to just resist temptation. It helps me to stay on track with my goals, and I just make sure that I keep myself in check. Because sometimes you can start slipping, and it's so easy to start slipping. I'm not going to say that I never slip, because I do slip. Everybody slips. So it's so easy to slip and then just begin to backslide, like, and then you can completely derail all of your progress. And I don't want that to happen. It's happened to me way too many times. So I've kind of stopped backsliding as much these days. That's one of the ways. Yeah, that's another way that I keep motivated. Also, another way that I keep motivated is that I set myself goals. Like I set myself a deadline. So specific things, like just recently we wanted to be shredded for Comic-Con, so we set that. It wasn't anything to do with Comic-Con, it was just a date, and it gave us like an extra incentive to just continue and just to work harder and to push ourselves. So setting goals like that, say if you have a birthday coming up, like I'm probably going to be setting my next goal for Christmas, my Christmas holidays in December, so that's a good goal to have. And then after that it'll probably be my birthday. So it's just like things like that. Just go, hey, I'm turning whatever age you're turning, I want to look smoking, you know what I'm saying? I want to look smoking hot from a birthday. So I'm going to start working out. I'm going to make sure that I tick all of those boxes, get all my workouts in, as many as I can, and get the work done. One thing that I always say is that you will make time. If it's important to you, you will make time for it. So it's very important to me to keep on working out, so I make time for it. I make sure that I prioritize it, because you'll never have time for it. Like I always say to you guys, you never have time for things that you don't prioritize in your life. Anyways, moving on. The next question, are you vegetarian now? No, I am not vegetarian now. I do advise, and I do myself, have 1 or 2 meat-free days in my week. So days where like I could go the entire day and not eat any chicken, any beef, or any meat-free, aka, you know what I'm saying? So literally I would just eat like beans, lentils, legumes, plants, vegetables, herbs and spices and fruit and things like that, nuts and seeds, things like that. Yeah, so I do recommend that you have 1 or 2 plant-free days. Plant-free. So yeah, I do recommend to people that you have 1 or 2 meat-free days in your week, and it's such a good idea. It's so good for your metabolism, it's just so good for your health, and it's great, right? So I don't recommend that you go vegetarian per se, but like do incorporate plant-based meals into your lifestyle, into your diet. Another question, do I think I'll ever go vegetarian? No, I don't think I'll ever go vegetarian, but that's just me saying right now. I don't know what the future will hold. I don't know, in 5 years, maybe I'll just be like, hey, I want to be vegetarian. But just for me, it just seems like unrealistic right now, because I love chicken. I love salmon. I love tuna. Oh yes, tuna. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of meaty poultry dishes that I love. Another question, oh my goodness. This question I get asked so often. Like anyone who starts training with me, just like, it's like one of the first questions that they asked, right? And it's, I just started training, should I go on protein now? No. You just started training. It, like, I just around here, guys, what is the deal with everybody just like hopping on the bandwagon, going on protein left, right, and center? Like, seriously, guys, calm down. Protein is not the only macronutrient. There are other macronutrients out there, but everybody gets obsessed with the latest thing, and protein seems to be the latest thing right now. And everyone is like, I gotta get a protein bar, you gotta get this, you gotta get protein, 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 protein. And all I hear is like, should I go on protein? No, you do not need to go on protein. If you are just working out like a normal person and you're eating normal meals, you're probably getting enough protein. And if you are not getting enough protein, then you need to get an extra egg in your breakfast, or an extra chicken breast in your lunch, or some nuts, some plant foods, some chickpeas, add some chickpeas into your salad. Guys, I mean, there's a lot of protein in plant food, okay? There's a lot. If you put your diet into a food calculator like MyFitnessPal, into like one of those apps, you'll see if you are getting enough protein or not, okay? And you don't need to add extra protein into that, because if you do go on protein, you're just adding extra calories into your diet. And if you're trying to lose weight, this defeats the purpose. Do you get me? So you don't need to, as soon as you pick up a weight, you don't immediately need to start taking protein. Like, because that's what people think, that as soon as they pick up a weight, they immediately need to start like drinking the protein shakes, pre-workout, post-workout protein shakes, like left, right, and center. Guys, chill, relax with your protein, okay? Relax, okay? But if you are working out 4, 5, 6 times a week, you know, even 7, 8, like obviously if you're already working out that far, you already know that you need protein. If you are deeply, intensely training, then I do recommend that you start incorporating some sort of protein into your diet, into your meal plan, whether it be a post-workout protein shake or just a little bit of extra protein in your breakfast before your workout or anything like that. So protein is such an easy thing to use, even just like a protein bar after your workout. If you're craving something sweet, you know what I'm saying, that's good. So just on a normal day, you really don't need like that much extra protein in your life. People are just like freaking out and annoying me over nothing. So if you ask me if you need protein, no. Just, there are some questions that I get, I'm just like, no, LOL. The questions, yes. The one that started this all, the conversation I was having. What is better for breakfast? Toast or cereal? You guys, leave me a little comment below what you think is better for breakfast. Well, I think, in my opinion, the better breakfast option here would be the slice of brown toast, as depending on your cereal, it could be full of sugar. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna have your cereal, your cornflakes, your Cheerios, your Rice Krispies, your Cocoa Puffs, your Honey Puffs, whatever. They have a lot of sugar in them. So you're gonna have your bowl of sugar, you're gonna, literally that's what you're doing, having a bowl of sugar. You're gonna have your bowl of cereal and you're gonna spike your insulin levels up. And then, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna have a massive sugar crash in the middle of the day. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna reach for a donut, you're gonna reach for a chocolate bar, you're gonna reach for that packet of crisps, you're gonna reach for something sweet and quick. And then that's gonna start you on a cycle and you're gonna be craving sugar the entire day. So that's actually one of the worst options you can have for breakfast. Unless your cereal is all bran, which is something that I have for breakfast, or it's porridge. Porridge is not really a cereal, it's porridge, you know, rolled oats, it's porridge. Unless you're putting like sugar and honey and whatnot in there, then that's a different story altogether. But cereals, when I say breakfast cereals, I mean like the list I just listed, Cocoa Puffs, Honey Nut, Cheerios, all of those cereals, they're full of sugar. But if you have the brown toast, now, there are carbs, but here's the thing, if you have a wholemeal bread or a whole grain bread, you're getting the whole of the grain, so therefore those sugar carbs are coming with fiber, and that fiber slows down how quickly your body absorbs the sugar from those carbs from the toast that you just ate. So the better breakfast option here, if I only had a choice of the two, I would definitely go for the brown toast. I would have 2 slices, maybe with a little bit of like a teaspoon of peanut butter, real peanut butter, and maybe an egg, like a whole boiled egg or whatever. That would be a good breakfast option. Whereas your cereal, and then you're probably going to be mixing it with milk, which don't even get me started on milk. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So definitely toast would be a better option than your cereals. That's what I wanted to say. So that's answered. There you go. Leave me a comment down below on what you think of that. Firstly, another question I'm getting is, what is a good breakfast option? And that's leading on from the first question. A good breakfast option would be like the toast if you have whole grain, whole wheat, wholemeal, rye or even sourdough bread at a pinch, any kind of low GI bread or anything like that if you're having bread. So have 1 slice of that, or soda bread is one of my favorites. I love soda bread so much because it's got buttermilk in it and no yeast, etc. You have your slice of toast, a whole egg would be good, and maybe even some avocado, like a quarter of an avocado or something like that. That would be nice. You're getting your healthy fats, you're getting your carbohydrates with your whole grain, and you're getting your protein all in one breakfast. Boom, that is a healthy breakfast option right there. You know what I'm saying? Another healthy breakfast option would be like an omelet of sorts. So like 2 egg whites, 1 whole egg, whip it up, add some peppers in there if you want to add some peppers in there, add some celery, any kind of veggies that you want. Veggies are like limitless. Just add all the veggies if you want to add all the veggies. Trust me, you're fine with your veggies. Mushrooms if you want mushrooms, spinach, some people like that. Yeah, whip that up. A pinch of the Himalayan rock salt, or a pinch of sea salt if you just have sea salt. A little bit of black pepper, whisk it up. You can add some mixed herbs in there if you want to add mixed herbs in there, or if you're a sweet person, then maybe a drizzle of honey. I don't know how you like your omelets, I'm not. But yeah, whip that all up, put it in your Serigraph pan or your oil-free pan. Boom, bang, breakfast ready. Have it with a slice of toast if you want. If not, you can go for some chickpeas, you can go for some baked beans there. That's another great breakfast option there. One thing that I've been having for breakfast a lot, which you guys have seen on my Snapchat repeatedly, literally I was having it for breakfast like every day for like 4 months or something there, is a couple of 100 grams of frozen berries. I put some hot water over them, and then I put in a scoop of protein powder. Then I put in either some oats or some all bran in there, and then I mix it all up, and that's my breakfast. I got asked this question the other day, what is the one thing that you would recommend for starters? So a lot of people, when they're starting a fitness nutrition plan, they get a little bit overwhelmed. They don't know where to start. There's all of these products, all of these things, all of these methods all of these diets being thrown in their faces, and they don't know where to start. So the one thing I would say is, don't buy anything yet. Don't buy anything yet. The one thing that I would recommend that you try to do is that you look at your diet plan, right? Look at your lifestyle, your meal plans, like the food that you eat on a day-to-day basis, the foods that you regularly eat, and then look at the one thing in there that you know, trust me, you know, is a really bad habit, and then just tackle that one thing first. Just go for that. So for me, when I first started, my main thing was butter. I put butter on everything. Like, I'm not talking about a tiny bit of butter. I'm talking about butter with a side of toast. That's what my mom used to say. Like, it was, like, I mean, like if I saw that much butter now, it would actually make me physically ill. But before, like, that was my thing. I put butter on carrots, I put butter on potatoes, I put butter on bread, I put butter on butter on bread. You know what I'm saying? I put butter on absolutely everything, right? But now, I barely buy butter. I only buy butter if my mother-in-law or someone from my family is coming over, then I buy butter. Other than that, I don't use butter. If I need a spread, I will use whole peanut butter, or I will use avocado, or I will use coconut oil or something. But yeah, I firstly removed the butter, and then I added little bits of other things in there. So it's not just about removing one bad thing and then immediately replacing it with another supposedly healthy thing, you know? Yeah. So, and that's another thing that I would say is don't just jump into all of the healthy trends like protein or like coconut oil or like avocados. Do you know what I mean? Because if you just add things like that to your diet, you're just adding extra unnecessary calories, and your body can't actually take the good out of those things like it should be able to. Now, here's a question that I got, and I get this question all the time, and I'm so sick of hearing this question. Like, literally, it makes me want to, like, what ab exercises should I do to get your abs? I'm out. No, bye. Guys, you can't. There is no number of ab exercises there's no number of crunches. There is no amount of ab exercises that you can do that will give you abs. Okay? Listen, girl, sit down and listen to this. Guys, you cannot do 13 and a half crunches every day for 13 and a half days and get abs. It doesn't work. That's not what you do. You can't do 131 crunches for 131 days every day, and that means that you'll have abs. There's no such thing. There is no such thing. Okay, there's no ab challenge. There's no like ab wheel. There's no ab pill that's going to give you abs. Okay, honey. The only way you can get abs is by 1, cleaning up your diet. That's it. That's number 1. First thing, the most important thing that you can do is clean up your diet. Firstly, let me just tell you this. Take it from a girl who has abs. Abs are so overrated. Abs are completely overrated. Like, the sacrifices that you have to make to keep your abs are just, if you went through it, you would understand. Trust me, if you've been through it, holla at a girl, holla at a sister. You know what I'm saying, you know what I mean. The sacrifices that you go through to get and then keep your abs, keeping your abs is the hardest part. Do you know what I mean? Like, the sacrifices that you go through to actually keep those abs, it is just like unreal. Like, it's just like, what the heck? What the actual heck? Like, why am I doing this? Like, what is even the point? But you have abs, so yay, life is good now. What sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense. So don't be too wrapped up in the body goals of the century or of the season right now. The booty goals, the ab challenges, the ab whatever. Don't be too wrapped up in what society is saying is the perfect body right now, because trust me, that might not suit you. And like, it's unrealistic to have a booty that big. It's unrealistic to have abs like that all year round. It's just, I mean, guys, it's just so overrated, okay? But if you want to achieve those abs, the first thing that you need to do is clean up your diet. And you need to get rid of things like, you know what I mean? Like, this is not like a lifestyle thing. This is like a I want abs thing. And that's what you need to do. You need to clean up your diet. And by clean up your diet, I mean get rid of any sauces. So anything with sodium in it, all of those, mayonnaise, ketchup, any kind of sauces at all, gone, just gone, okay? Carbs, you need to restrict what kind of carbs you are taking and when you are taking carbs. That is the most important thing for abs, okay? This is just a whole section here now on abs, right? Let me just tell you how hard it is so that you can understand and comprehend what I'm trying to say, okay? You need to time, and the third thing is you need to time your meals perfectly. So you need to start working in sync with your body and in sync with your workouts. And that's leading me on to the next thing, the workouts. Now, there's no amount of crunches that you can do, no amount of leg raises you can do, no amount of donkey kicks or whatever exercise you're doing right now for your abs that you can do to get you abs. Because all the exercises they're going to do is tone up those muscles, they're going to strengthen them, they're going to like build them underneath, But once you clear the fat, that's when you can see the work that you've done with your exercises. Do you get me? So no matter how strong your abs are underneath, if you're still eating crap, there's gonna be a layer of water and fat and all of that good stuff over your finely chiseled abs that are underneath or whatever, okay? So the workouts, you need to do cardio like every morning. Like you need to do like cardio like 4 times a week, right? And then you need to also, on top of that, strength train as well. So the cardio is going to shred you down. It's going to burn your fat like off like no other. Like it's going to be legit. Like you're going to have abs, trust me. But do you have the time? You need to, like, it's a commitment. If you want abs, if you want to have and keep your abdominals, it is a serious commitment. Like you have to commit to the abs. Like it is not just like, I'm gonna have abs this week. No, it's nothing like that. You need to commit your life. You need to leave your hobbies at the door of the ab altar. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so trust me, it's not that big a deal. It's so overrated to have abs. If you ask most people, if you see all of the trainers and fitness people that are out there that have abs, like they train like crazy. If you haven't noticed, they train like, they do like fasted cardio in the mornings. That's one thing that me and James, my husband, did before Comic-Con. We did like fasted cardio in the mornings. Like we gymmed a lot. So he was doing actually 2 sessions like every day. Like every day. Every day. Okay. He was taking 1 day off in a week. And on that day off, he would probably do stretching or he'd go for walks or anything like that. So like that's why he was ripped. You guys, if you saw on my Instagram, if you saw the Snapchats, whatever, you saw how ripped he was. He was in top peak physical condition that he's ever been in his life. And he had abs. Like, and people were like, oh my gosh, like what the heck, on the day. And he was all oiled up. He did the whole bodybuilder thing for that day just to try it out. Guys, he knows now as well that it's so overrated, right, to have abs. That's not to say that I'm gonna give up my abs and just start eating crap. It's just to tell you that like having abs, it's not this big, oh my gosh, you know, but it does take a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of consistency. It takes a lot of discipline. It just takes so much discipline to just have and keep your abs. Yes, so if you want to get abs, there's no one specific exercise that I can say do this for this many reps, for this many sets, this many times a week, and then you will have abs. It doesn't work like that.